in the worst way possible, just like I have been used, abused, and violated in the worst way possible.
Welcome back to my channel, you guys. This is your girl Tiff with the T, and I'm back for another video. On my channel, you can find content regarding lifestyle, relationships, and advice. Today, we're going to be talking about one of my favorite YouTubers. Her name is Mercy Gono. For those of you who don't know what she does on her channel, she does a lot of stuff talking about her nursing career, what it's like to be a nurse. She does a lot of home decor. She also talks about natural hair. And she does some vlogging. About 3 weeks ago, Mercy came out on her channel and announced that she was leaving her relationship of 14 years with her fiance, Nandy. There has been some questions over the years as to why Mercy did not follow through with getting married to Nandy, why they never got married. And we recently found out that the reason is because he was abusive in the relationship, both physically and emotionally. And if you watch her video about the breakup, it's pretty heartbreaking to hear about the things that went on in the relationship and that are continuing to go on. But we're not going to get into all that. What I really wanted to talk about was how she said that she recently met someone. She posted on her Instagram photos of her and this new someone. She calls him Daddy. Mercy is basically telling the world that she's ready to move on. She is done with her relationship. She took her daughter and fled to Atlanta. Apparently there was a volatile situation that she didn't go into detail about, but she did say that she's ready to move on to the next chapter of her life. And I just wanted to pose the question of, when do you think it's too early to move on to a new relationship? I did see some comments under her videos where people were asking why she's moving on so fast. There were also some comments under her videos where people were trying to tell her that she should try to work things out with Nandy because they have a child together. They've been together for such a long time. My immediate reaction to seeing comments where people were trying to convince her to stay with Nandy for the sake of their daughter, I was upset. I'm not going to lie, because it's unhealthy for you to tell someone who's been dealing with abuse for an extended period of time to stay in the relationship for the sake of their children, because at the end of the day, I feel that you're doing more damage to the child than helping. The question that I did feel was valid was whether or not Mercy is moving on too fast. We all know after a bad breakup, it does take time to heal. It can take us some time to reorient ourselves and come to our center of gravity again. After you leave a relationship, you have to kind of give yourself time to discover who you are again without the relationship. What I will say is that in the photographs that I see of Mercy and her new man, she does look genuinely happy. I would assume that being in an abusive relationship for so long has probably taken a toll on her, and I would even go as far as to say that she probably was not emotionally invested in the relationship anymore, which is why it appears to us that she moved on so quickly. I think that if she was being abused to the extent that she claims she was being abused, then she was well within her rights to seek love elsewhere, seek comfort elsewhere. Sometimes it just takes a little bit of a push in order for you to leave a bad relationship. And who knows, this new guy might have been the person, you know, holding her upright when she was down. So if you ask me if Mercy Gono is moving on too fast, I would definitely say no, because life is too short. If somebody is constantly abusing you, misusing you, mistreating you, you have every right to leave that relationship and find happiness elsewhere. nobody deserves to live in hell like that. I was reading in Cosmopolitan magazine that in order to figure out how long you need to move on from an old relationship, you need to take the number of years you've been in that relationship and divide it by 2. I think that's a bit ridiculous. In Mercy's case, because she was in a relationship for 14 years, if we go by Cosmopolitan's mathematical equation, she would have to wait 7 years before being psychologically ready to move on. And I don't think it takes that long to get over a relationship, especially when there is abuse involved. I don't think that anybody else can tell you how long it's going to take for you to emotionally be ready to move forward and get into a new relationship. From watching Mercy over the years, I can definitely tell that she's not the type of person who would just jump into something head first without thinking about her daughter, without thinking about the consequences to her family and her brand. That being said, because Mercy is Liberian, I know that she's definitely going to still get some blowback from her family, from her baby daddy's family, because in African culture, they're really big on keeping the family unit together no matter what. And I think that even in extreme cases, there are still going to be people that are pushing her to get back with her ex. Although it's kind of hard to tell what's going to happen in the future with her newfound love, I think that it's safe to say Mercy is completely over her baby daddy. She wants no parts in it. And like I said, she looks happy. Her daughter looks happy. It looks like she's moving on to the next chapter of her life. So who are we to judge? I don't believe that anybody else has the right to tell you whether or not you are ready for anything, whether that's a relationship or anything else in life. Only you know what's best for you. There's no mathematical equation that is going to help you figure out whether you're over someone or not, whether you're ready to move on. I'm just so happy that she got out of a bad situation and is able to remove her daughter from that toxic environment, because over time, her daughter watching the two of them fight and watching her mother get beaten down emotionally and physically, she's gonna think that that's normal. And then when she gets older, she's going to enter into toxic relationships because she's going to think, oh, this is the norm. This is how I'm supposed to be treated. And victims of domestic violence, whether they're the children or whether they are the adults, they usually end up with this psychological problem of feeling like they deserve it somehow, which may be the reason why she was staying in the relationship so long. Or she could have thought that he was eventually going to change. She probably thought after she got pregnant that having a child would change his behavior. And then in the end, ultimately, it didn't change. And she had to move on with her life. You can't wait around forever hoping that somebody is going to appreciate your value and treat you the way that you want to be treated. Sometimes the best thing you can do is walk away, wish the other person the best. Sometimes the process is going to be a little bit messy, which in their situation, it does look like her ex is being petty. But she's clearly moved on to a happier chapter in her story. And I think that we should just all be happy for her. Mercy, wherever you are, girl, you're beautiful. You deserve the best. You deserve to be treated like the queen that you are. And I'm so happy for you. You guys, let me know your thoughts about this topic in the comments down below. Have you ever been in a situation like this where people around you were telling you that you're moving on too fast, but you just maybe knew it in your heart that it was time for you to go? What do you think about Mercy's situation in particular? Is there anything that stands out to you? Maybe you feel like she stayed in the relationship too long. Maybe you think that she needs to press charges against her baby daddy, Nandy. Some of you might think she should just let it all go and move forward. Mercy clearly upgraded in this situation, so maybe she should just let it go and just move forward and focus on her new relationship and being happy. Let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.